I think jobs should still hire you whether you have a felony or misdemeanor. What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. I took some time last night during the TikTok ban to scroll through Instagram and find some of the hot job news of 2025. It's over. Quit now and move out of the country because it's going down quick. So the National Low Income Housing Coalition Fund found that renting a one-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment without paying more than 30% of your income would require you to make $23.67 per hour, and for a two-bedroom it would be $28.58 per hour. So that's above the national average right there. So people physically cannot afford apartments anymore without spending more of their budget that's allocated, whatever. The report also revealed that no state allows minimum wage workers to afford a modest two-bed apartment. Obviously, the minimum wage is like $8 an hour in most states, so you cannot afford an apartment on $8, $10 an hour. And actually, they just came out and said recently the minimum wage will not increase beyond $7.25 or whatever. The national minimum wage is like $7.25, I think. So that's not increasing. So inflation's going up, price of stuff is going up, the wages will never go up. So we're basically absolutely screwed. And here's an interesting poll from CBS News. So younger people in their 20s actually are more optimistic about Donald Trump the next 4 years. I understand a lot of this is because inflation is killing young people. If you're older, if you're a boomer, inflation is actually good for the stock market. If you have a lot of investments, inflation actually makes you have more money. But if you're a younger person trying to start out in your career and trying to live, inflation is not going to help you out. If you have a house, the price of that goes up. But if you're young, just renting, inflation kills you. Here's an interesting one from X. All the apartments around me are empty. They blast fake ambient noise from speakers to try to convince me that I have neighbors, but I caught them. I noticed the loop, the same woman crying every night at 1 a.m. An hour of that, then silence. That's when they reset it. I don't deserve this. So I think this person is schizophrenic, but that's interesting though. He thinks that apartments are actually empty and they're fake, putting fake people in these apartments, which it's interesting to me. Sometimes I drive around and I see these apartment complexes and they go up, they're so big, they have 100 rooms and there's 8 cars in the parking lot and you're like, who's living in these apartments? How are they affording to build these things? And here's another one from Reddit. Most jobs aren't real, they're just moving work from person to person. I get it, we all need to make a living, but let's face it, having 5+ levels of middle management that only purpose is to approve someone else doing something is beyond dumb. Most jobs are actually creating or doing nothing. There are some instances where middle management is totally useless. Think of a job where a manager is, he's managing a group of 5 people, like a subsection of 5 people, and he makes $100,000 a year. If you just got rid of the manager, everyone in that department gets $20,000 more per year on their wage. They have 5 or 6 emails they send out per day and that's their whole job. It's get rid of the managers, put more money back into the people who are actually doing the work, doing the physical labor, and increase their wages. That's the way to fix all of this and create real work. Here's one more from the Instagram. Anyone else stuck in this weird cycle where work is so exhausting that your hobbies feel like too much work so you don't do them, then you get back to work upset because you didn't take the time to do the hobbies after work, rinse and repeat. I feel like I'm stuck in that situation too, where I'd love to create YouTube videos, but I get home from work, I'm so uninspired, I'm so exhausted, and I just don't create anything. And it's really frustrating, guys. We're stuck in this loop. I think the future is a 4-day work week in most countries. I would love to sit in front of a computer and just, stream and make money. But for most people, it's unrealistic. If you're not a top 5%, 1% streamer, you're not gonna make money doing that. All the money is just flowing to the top. And then of course, crypto, which also is blowing up right now. I was into Bitcoin last summer. It was 60K, I bought in. Now it's 110,000. I could have doubled my money if I just held it, but I got a little bit greedy once it hit 70K and I made some profit. But yeah, hindsight's 2020 there, I guess. I could have made money, but really, honestly, to me, crypto's garbage. It's gonna go down eventually. This bull run is almost over. It's kind of absurd. There's no value to it. It's all connected to the dollar. It's one Bitcoin's $100,000. But at what point does it separate and become its own thing, have tangible value? I don't think it's gonna happen in the next 10 years for Bitcoin. So I could be wrong. Watch this video in 10 years and see what I think. But anyways, guys, I'm just rambling now. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.